Hello, welcome to Teaching Artistry with Courtney J. Body. That's me. This is a podcast that celebrates artists and advocates for community engagement.
I'm so damn tired of waiting on the perfect day must be. A one-size-fits-all prudent kids all screaming about irrevocability. So there's a burn some bridges, burn some stitches, and we'll fight our own way free. Cause the rules don't lie, but they don't apply to people like you and me. So let's start up now. Let's start up now. Yeah, let's start up now. Let's start up now. Now they say it's all decided, all divided, all laid out. And the pushcart man with the people playing can't understand what you shout about. When the past they fly and the lies are loud, are the only rules you can see. Just remember walls were built to fall for people like you and me. So let's start it up now. 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 Yeah.
So I'm home, like many of us, except for our heroes in the medical field. And in light of this time of staying home and safe social distancing, the podcast has a new video series that is for us to connect as face-to-face as we can get. We are partnering with Creative Generation in this video series called hashtag Keep Making Art. And as you can see, I have a beautiful guest that is coming live to us. And he just did what this series is doing, showcasing creatives from around the world to share their art, the art that they're making, and or the art that they're helping to support others to make art. So I'm going to introduce our guest. Our guest is Jono Waldman, who is a beautiful musician and wrote the theme song for Teaching Artistry with Courtney J. Body. Hi, Jono.
Hey, I had to unmute myself. Sorry, it took a second.
How are you doing?
You know, it's crazy. We're hanging in.
You're hanging in, and who's we?
We is me and my 1.5-year-old daughter and my wife.
And how is your family doing in this time of COVID-19?
Yeah, I mean, I think that my daughter is getting a little sick of me, but we still have a good time. We're lucky enough to have a park close by with enough space so we can go exploring. It's got some trees, it's got some weird little shady paths full of New York refuse that is romantic and dangerous and great. And my wife is a doctor at a hospital in the Bronx, so that's crazy. But you know, she's like, there's no one who I think is better suited to be there than her, so I guess it's the right place for her.
Wow. And what how are you all trying to stay safe, knowing, with somebody in your family who is working in hospitals or a
Yeah,
hospital?
well, I mean, at this point with the situation in American hospitals right now, particularly in New York, really it's just the assumption is that we have already gotten the virus or will soon, because people working at the hospital don't have what they need to not get the virus. So we're being really careful to not get near anyone else. So if we have had it or have it or will have it, we won't give it to them. So we still go outside, but we stay far away from everyone. And yeah, I'm getting really inventive with my cooking.
Me too. You know what I made today? We were on a call earlier today, and I said I had bananas and no flour. What should I do with them? Because I can't make banana bread. I tried to make banana pancakes that were like vegan, I guess, or vegetarian or something without flour, gluten-free at the very least.
All right.
And that didn't seem to quite it was too mushy, so I just made like banana eggs, which was gross. So I threw that batch away. And then I had like a brilliant idea. By the way, I was in therapy while I was doing this.
Wow, good on
Yeah.
you.
But it was really therapeutic. And I came up with like, oh, I have this bread that is kind of like half stale and I've been like toasting. Why not make banana French toast?
Ooh,
Right?
that's sexy. Banana French
Right?
toast is quality stuff.
It
I
was,
was going to suggest you freeze them and mash them up, but that French toast sounds
somebody,
good.
I think you did or somebody else actually said the same thing, but like, it was in the moment. I had already mushed everything, so it was time to do something with them. Anyway, so I'm super excited about my breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be really
So
good.
just speaking about inventiveness, I have I've not been tested, but I believe that based on the symptoms that have started to continue to roll out, I wasn't feeling well, but I was never feverish, and I believe that likely I
Mhm.
ended up having this, and I've been home for now 16 days. With one exception of stepping outside my building, but I've been avoiding people altogether, and now will remain isolated for another 14 days to make sure that I, one, don't have any more symptoms, but two, that I definitely don't have anything that I could pass on to others. So I sort
Yeah,
of get it, but
that's rough.
I live alone, so I don't have to avoid other people that at least I live with. Um, yeah, so it's a kooky time. I also wonder, I don't know if you've done your Myers-Briggs, but would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert?
I always end on the introvert side, but it's always close.
Mm,
It's the definition that I've heard that feels good to me is that the whole introvert extrovert dichotomy is about what gives you energy if you
yeah.
receive energy from being with people or being by yourself. I'm really into alone time. Like I love alone time. And it's funny, I have less alone time now than I did before because
Mm,
I'm doing childcare 24/7. Like I'm taking care of my baby all the time.
right.
And whereas I used to have the option of like my mom would come sit sometimes, or we had a babysitter who would come sometimes so I could get work done. Now I have like the 1 to 2 hours that she naps to like get everything done. And
Mm,
besides that, it's just baby time.
baby, baby, baby. I mean, your baby's pretty cute, so.
Oh, she's an adorable genius. Like I could have worse company for sure. But you know, she's only 1.5, so the vocabulary is limited. She doesn't.
Yeah.
We don't like all the same things, you
Well,
know. So
what are you gonna do? I'm an extrovert. I don't know if you knew that about me, but
really,
but I also live alone. And so on the one hand, actually, it doesn't feel terribly different this
mm,
time, this
yeah,
particular time that we're living in. But I also like to like have downtime. And what I'm noticing is all the screen time is really messing with my flow. So
yeah,
I haven't quite figured out a regime to be able to completely disconnect. So that's my next big venture is to try and figure that out. As I start, I don't know, a video series for a podcast.
yeah.
Um, as I said, this is about making art and really wanting to one be inspired. I want to be inspired, but I also know and have noticed that people are making art. They're doing it sort of in their own little world, or they're doing it more widely. And I was just curious, like in this time, how have you been making art?
Yeah, I mean it's funny because that's been something I've been struggling with as a parent. You know, in the past year and change of my life, I've gone from someone who could kind of make art whenever they wanted to having much less sleep and much less time. So it's something I've been thinking about anyway. Really, what's changed with everyone being on house arrest, who can be, is I've I've decided to push forward with some of the stuff I was working on and just with a different idea of things like production value, you know, just to sort of make something and put it out there and not worry so much about how finished it is or leave that for later, you know, share first drafts with people.
So are you willing to share something with us?
Sure. Yeah. I have a song that I wrote a little while ago that I've been working on, and actually this month I was going to be getting into the studio and with a friend of mine who's a producer and start working on it and adding musicians, and that's all out the window. So I have contacted a bunch of people in the community. We're kind of work together to make a collaborative music video of this song is the idea. We'll see if it happens.
Okay, cool.
It's a kid's song. I had a kid, so now I'm writing kids music.
Yay.
Yeah. Or wait, no, it's not a kid song. It's family music. It's music for kids and grown-ups. You've got skin to feel my arms around you. You've got ears to hear the lullabies I sing. You've got hands to hold me tight after you stumble. And you've got legs to move away and back again. You've got a body like me. You've got a body like you. And you've got a brain and a stomach and a heart. So shake 'em all around, yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all around, yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all around. You've got something. What do you have? Oh yeah, you've got eyes to see that you and I are different, and you've got a mind to know that we are both the same, and you've got dreams to fill your days and nights and your futures, and you've got a love to find your way through any pain. So you've got a body like me, yeah, you got a body like you, yeah, you got a brain and a stomach and a heart. So shake it all around, yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all around, yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all around.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I feel like I've heard that song before.
Yeah, it was originally written, it's a different version now, but it was originally written for a show called The World Inside Me, which was at the New Victory last season.
It was.
Yeah.
And it's a fun song. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Yeah, of course. I think that's all the time we have, but I think, I've said this before, and I think I'll continue to say this, that I am always looking for ripples of hope. And I think in making art and being creative, that can be a spark that helps to generate some new sparks. And so that same idea of ripples of hope, like if we're reaching out and helping others, or reaching out and sharing what we have created, that those are things that can really spark joy in people. And that song really sparks a lot of joy.
Nice to hear.
And your face and you and your smile and everything about you makes me very, very happy. So thank you very much for being my first artist on this show.
Of course, happy to.
Would you play the theme song? Would you play us out?
I would be happy to.
Excellent. So, hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Teaching Artistry with Courtney J. Body. Hashtag keep making art.
They say it's all decided, all divided, all laid out. And the pushcart man with a football plan can't understand what you're shouting about. When the past they cloud, the lies allowed are the only rules you can see. Just remember walls were built to fall for people like you and me. So let's start it up now. Let's start it up now. Let's start it up now. Let's start
up
now.
now.
Now way down deep you hear the sound of your own machine. The gears and tears turn, the years just working behind the screen. So let's go with fires, trip the wires, go out and wave the beats. Cause the world needs legends to offend, and needs people like you and me. So let's start up now. Let's start it up now. Let's start it up now. Let's start it up now.